Nurse Chapel's big Star Trek canon event will still happen in Strange New Worlds Season 3. When Star Trek Strange New Worlds premiered, fans were excited to see classic characters reimagined for a modern audience. Among them, Nurse Christine Chapel Jess Bush has quickly become a breakout character. Her sharp wit, emotional depth, and unexpected romance with Spock gave her more dimension than ever before. But longtime Star Trek viewers know that Chapel has a critical canon trajectory tied to the original series, and Strange New Worlds Season 3 seems destined to honor it. Despite new twists, Chapel's canon event remains unavoidable, and it will be one of the show's most emotional turning points. Chapel's journey so far. In the first 2 seasons of Strange New Worlds, Chapel has gone through an incredible transformation. No longer just the efficient nurse in the background, she's been given agency, backstory, and ambition. Her boldness during away missions, her unconventional medical strategies, and her playful yet vulnerable personality have made her a vital crew member. Her budding romance with Spock, however, has defined much of her story. Season 2 pushed them from subtle flirtation into full-blown emotional conflict, culminating in heartbreak when Spock chose duty, logic, and his relationship with turning over Chapel. For fans of the original series, this wasn't surprising. It mirrored what was always part of Chapel's character, unrequited love for Spock. But Strange New Worlds deepened the wound by giving their relationship real weight before pulling it apart. The canon we can't escape. In the original series, Chapel is still aboard the Enterprise during Kirk's 5-year mission. She's loyal, steadfast, and often shows compassion where others lean toward cold pragmatism. But her defining characteristic is her unspoken affection for Spock. While she remains professional, her heartbreak is clear to the audience. This is Chapel's canon event, her love for Spock never being returned. Strange New Worlds has made that inevitable, and Season 3 will likely finalize the break. Chapel may accept that Spock is bound by Vulcan tradition, Starfleet duty, and his complicated relationship with Turing. The tragedy is that Chapel isn't just rejected. She's forced to carry that pain quietly while continuing to serve alongside him. It's a uniquely Star Trek kind of heartbreak. Personal longing set aside for the greater good. Why Strange New Worlds can't avoid it? For Strange New Worlds to remain true to its place in the franchise timeline, Chapel's arc can't rewrite her ultimate fate. The show has already played with canon flexibility, introducing new crew members, updating designs, and fleshing out backstories. But certain anchor points remain fixed. Spock's destiny, Kirk's future command, and Chapel's unrequited love are among them. By Season 3, Strange New Worlds is likely to fully align Chapel's story with her TOS counterpart. That means her romance with Spock is on borrowed time, and the cracks already visible in Season 2 will widen. Their emotional connection was never meant to last. It was meant to set up Chapel's bittersweet devotion later. The career path that defines her, beyond romance, Chapel also has a professional canon event. In the original series, she is still a nurse, not a doctor. Strange New Worlds has highlighted her aspirations, studying advanced medical procedures, taking bold risks, and experimenting with unorthodox solutions. Season 3 could show her making a career choice that defines why she remains in that role, despite her brilliance. This too plays into her canon. Chapel often represents the quiet strength of Starfleet. She isn't driven by ambition in the same way as MC Coy or M'Benga, but by compassion and loyalty. Strange New Worlds has the chance to show why she chooses that path, solidifying her as more than the nurse with a crush, but as someone whose humanity balances the Enterprise's logical and militaristic tendencies. How Season 3 can elevate her canon event. Handled right, Season 3 can make Chapel's canon arc not a limitation, but a triumph. Rather than reducing her to Spock's heartbroken admirer, the show can frame her unrequited love as part of her growth. Imagine a storyline where Chapel accepts the end of her romance, but instead of breaking her, it steals her resolve. She channels her passion into medicine, into saving lives, into being the heart of the Enterprise. This would not only honor canon, but enrich it, showing how she became the Chapel we meet in the original series. Professional, kind, resilient, and quietly brave. It transforms her canon event from a tragedy into a defining moment of strength. The emotional punch for audiences. For modern audiences, Chapel's story will hit harder than it did in the 1960s. Back then, her character was more of a background figure, her unrequited love used occasionally for humor or pathos. But now, with Jess Bush bringing her to life in bold strokes, viewers are deeply invested. Seeing her heartbreak will feel like losing a piece of Strange New World soul. But that's what makes it powerful. Star Trek has always thrived on showing that personal sacrifice often accompanies duty. Chapel's pain becomes part of the greater story, one of love, loss, and the resilience to keep moving forward among the stars. Conclusion: